Hello everyone, my name is Wendy LMA. I am a candidate for the Johnston County Board of County Commissioners in Johnston County, North Carolina. Today I'm in my home office in Micro, North Carolina, speaking to you about the coronavirus, the pandemic that is causing us to shelter in place, limiting also our personal contact with people and our social distancing of 6-foot requirement. Today, I want to talk to you about my campaign for the Johnston County Board of County Commissioners. I want to talk to you today about the reason that I have since added to my website a COVID-19 information page. The reason that I'm doing this, my fellow Johnston County residents, is that we must stay educated on how we can flatten the curve and bring back an active, productive county economically and socially. Do you know it's very hard when you're used to talking to 200, 300, or 400 people at a time, and you're now restricted to talking to 2, 3, or 4 people at a time. It's very upsetting to me. Now, I'm a candidate with solutions. Some of my solutions include the economic mobility, the requirement to provide public transportation for all, provide high school and college students with more opportunities for career and college readiness, and vocational training to better prepare for jobs in the future. Funding the Johnston County program includes the funding of job help centers in Johnston County libraries all over the county. These are places which are critical resources for job seekers. They basically allow you to learn skills such as formatting resumes, searching for jobs, and unemployment benefits to help these who are out of work. We need more proactive county commissioners that will seek bold, new policies to move Johnston County forward in the 21st century for economic mobility. Now, for us, that could be the very simple whole platform, but it's not. Education is so important, especially now during this coronavirus, when we are not actually able to educate students at home, at school, but we are only doing it at home. We need to prepare all our students to compete in a global economy. That means we must facilitate better equity in each school. We must have equality in school funding and support all of our students and teachers and staff, and we must rebuild the bond of trust between the Johnston County School Board and the Johnston County Board of County Commissioners. We must fully fund pre-K for all 3- and 4-year-olds in our county. Early childhood education is one of the most important, significant indicators of future success, and part of the process is to address that which brings us to economic mobility. Now, guys, equity and equality. We must fight for all Johnston County citizens, every single resident, no matter where they live, no matter what their race, their gender, their income, where they come from, should be able to fully participate and contribute to our community. We do this by investing in our transportation system and job training, making public resources available in the provided language for non-English speaking residents, and support our Department of Social Services and our Veterans Services to ensure enough staff and resources to meaningfully serve the Johnston County residents. Our communities are strong. They are. We're finding that out right now. With every single voice heard, and when residents have access to resources they need to thrive, our county gets better. A couple years ago, I basically said climate change is an urgent threat. And it's a defining challenge of our time. 15 of the 16 years have been the hottest on record. They have occurred in the last century. I share a deep commitment to tracking research and development to tackle climate change. I believe in good paying, green jobs for our middle class. I believe in reducing greenhouse gas emissions to more than 80% below the 2005 level by 2030. I commit to Johnston County residents that we will remove at least 50% of our fossil fuel needs and at least have 50% of our electric by clean energy sources within a decade. I believe that air and water quality is a basic right of all Johnston County residents. Now, I'll tell you guys, we saw in Flint, Michigan, how low-income communities and communities of color are disappropriately home to environmental justice hotspots. And I'm telling you right now, we know it. We know it's true today that sections of Johnston County that are low income and minority have more toxic hotspots and hazards and water pollution than any other part of this county. And we need to be able to help the Johnston County Board of Health and the environmental office at the Johnston County Planning and Land Usage to help get these hotspots under control. Guys, gun violence here in North Carolina is high. And many people think it's about Raleigh or Durham or Chapel Hill, or think about it as Charlotte. It's here in Johnston County. We are losing more young people to gun violence every single year. And a majority of those are in North Johnson, Kinley, Selma area. We need to do something. I'm a strong believer in Mothers Defending Action's Be Smart program. This is a gun smart education program that's not going to take your gun away. I also fully support a family justice center and support county facilities and funding to impact families who are going through domestic violence. Our justice centers provide all the services to an individual at one single location and give them security so that they can go to court and get a restraining order, so they can go to court and get the guns of the people who are threatening them taken away. Because domestic violence victims are five times more likely to be killed if their partner owns a gun. We must ensure sufficient protection for domestic violence victims. During this hard time, guys, we also know that reproductive freedoms. It's a national assault right now on reproduction freedoms. Johnston County must be the leader. We must have a way for people to take care of themselves and allow women to actually make choices. We could go on and on about that, but the next thing I want to talk about is food insecurity. And during this horrible pandemic, we are finding out how insecure our food system is. Do you know that about 30% of our students in grade school, middle school, and high school are food insecure? We have no school. Therefore, they're not getting breakfast and lunch, which sometimes is the only meal that they get. Our senior citizens who rely on things like Meals on Wheels and who rely on things as going and being able to go to a food hall for seniors where they can eat together, that's all gone right now. Our food insecurity is higher in Johnston County than it's ever been, and we must address it. We must provide a network of county agencies and nonprofits and churches together to fix this issue. And last but not least, we must hold our county commissioners accountable. During this, which is one of the hardest times in the history of America and the world, we are facing things today that we have never faced before. We are facing today mass deaths. We are facing today the requirements of our governor to stay home. When we do have to go out and to limit the amount of time that we have to go out, we must have social distancing, and we must prevent the spread of this terrible coronavirus. To do that, we must work as a team. We must separate the Republican and the Democratic belief structures and work as world citizens. Today, I challenge you to be involved in the process of fixing America and the world. I challenge you by doing 3 things. They're not hard. To be exact, I think I do each one of these every day. Talk to family and friends. Become politically involved. And I don't care which political party you're in. Become politically involved. Write letters to the editor. Write letters to your legislators, to the governor's office, to the president, to your members of Congress, to the U.S. Senate members, telling them what you need. Not what you want, what you need. Because now is a time for us to unite together and to change our world forever. This virus is doing that. I'm asking you for your support on November 3rd and during early voting. I'm Wendy LMA. You can visit my website at wendylma.com. That's wendylma.com. wendylma.com. And at that time, I want you to look at my solutions page. Learn about me, but learn about solutions to issues. And if you have some that you do not see addressed there, please send me an email. The email address is on the website, but I'm going to give you my personal email, WEMTMF, that's WEMTMF, as in Wendy Ella May, Talent Management Foundation at gmail.com. And please send me your concerns. I'm Wendy Ella May, candidate for the Johnston County, North Carolina Board of County Commissioners. Today is 4/14/2020. I'm recording this to be on my Facebook and my social media accounts for you to understand what we are doing to win this election. Have a good day, and don't forget, call a friend or a family, letters to the editor, send letters to your elected officials. When you meet someone, say hello. Wash your hands, sneeze, or cough into your elbow. If you're sick, stay home. Call your doctor if you have a temperature. Again, I'm Wendy LMA. I am proud to be a candidate for the Johnston County Board of County Commissioners. Have a great day. Bye-bye.